What's up, guys? That was bad. I didn't like that.
Sup, bitches?
What's up, guys? It's James from James with Reptiles. First, I'm moving a bunch of crested geckos around. I'm not even going to go over it, but just for consistency reasons, if you see a gecko, specifically in this one, that you've never seen, I moved a couple around because of size reasons and stuff. I got my seller's permit today for reptile shows, so I am legal to vend reptile shows. I was already planning on vending the Sacramento show through a buddy who has his permit. The way that works is he'd buy a table, I'd send him like half the money for the table or whatever, and then we would just both sell off the table kind of thing. But now I have a way to vend shows without that buddy, and then the show after that is the Chico reptile show. Depending on how the Sacramento show goes, I probably won't have any animals, and I won't have time to wholesale an order of animals and then feed them enough to where I feel comfortable taking them to the show. Now, to get into that really quickly, it's okay to buy a bunch of animals to help fill your table up if you don't have anything, but you make sure you do it ahead of time, at least I would say a month. So if you have something and you order 10 snakes and one's not eating, or one refuses to eat or doesn't look right, you can know not to bring that snake. But today, I'm just going to be showing off my albino California king snake. I don't think she has a name. I feel like I might have given her a name, but I don't think I did. If I did, I probably would have put it on. Well, I didn't put it on for two of them. But she's a real beauty. I might take her to the show just to show her off, but I totally plan on just keeping her. There's no way I want to sell her. She's such a good eater. She's just an amazing eater. I've been skipping a couple feeds here and there because she eats so much. So, Sacramento Reptile Show, I'll be there if you want to say hi or whatever. And then hopefully the Chico show. And I put a thing out on Facebook asking about any other shows because I always forget them year to year. But if you know of any coming up in the greater Sacramento area or within like 2 or 3 hour drive, comment it down below because I'll probably end up going no matter what it is. Now that I have my seller's permit, it's so much more reason to go, and that I started filming, it's so much more reason to go, even if I don't end up buying anything. I haven't made any progress on the whole me working for Glenn from Glenn's Reptiles. That's supposed to happen this Saturday. Is the first day I'll go over. He'll show me around and maybe get me started on stuff. But I will, touch base with him before Saturday and figure out what's going on. It's already Tuesday because of Labor Day weekend, which is crazy. What I mainly plan on selling at the show is crested geckos. Eventually, especially next year, I'll have a lot more fat tails to put on the table. And then the year after that, I'll probably be more half and half fat tails, half cresteds. And I would like to wholesale order, 10, 15, 20 corn snakes. I mean, that's not even a lot in corn snakes. It's like $400 or $500 in corn snakes. And then take those to the show and sell them. And whatever I don't sell, I can raise up on my own supply of mice and just take to the next show and sell them for a little bit more because they've been fed. So, for the rest of this video, I'll probably be talking about crested geckos. I want to talk about cohabbing or cohabitating. I know a lot of people will say, not specifically with crested geckos, but with most reptiles, that you can't successfully house multiple animals together. In this enclosure right here, I have 3, what at this point in their life I assume are females because they're so small. Or not because they're so small, because they're so big and there's still no bulge that I can just assume that they're females. And in this enclosure I have a breeding trio, which is 1.2, which means a male and 2 females. And there's certain animals where it's okay. Snakes, 99% of snakes, except for usually garters, and especially not king snakes, because king snakes eat other snakes, including other king snakes. Snakes, it's usually not okay. I wouldn't recommend it in any circumstance, unless you know what you're doing really with the garters. There's a lot of risk involved, but I'm not gonna track you down or whatever. But crested geckos, most geckos cresteds, leopards, fat tails, hardwicki, agremaniu, fuscus, and all the subspecies of terrestrial geckos. I'm pretty sure day geckos you can do, and a lot of the blue day geckos and stuff like that, you can cohab females or trios and stuff. You can do even anoles as long as there's enough space for the males to feel like they have territory. But I know there's a lot of people on the Facebook groups who will, what's a good term? They will castrate you for cohabbing and ban you from the group and call you all sorts of names. But as long as you do your research and you know what you're doing, cohabbing is really great. A little insight into my life. I took kind of a personal bet today. I have a buddy who I'm trying to help quit nicotine, and so I will be eating. So I already don't drink caffeine, but I will be eating nothing with added sugar, no drinks, no nothing, no added sugar. Can't have sugar in the ingredients. No refined sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, no sugar. Basically, it's just kind of natural stuff. The juice I got is literally just crushed cherries. I got some beef patties, some random stuff. It's just something I'm doing to help a friend and challenge myself, and that's part of a lot of what I do is just challenging myself, especially with my animals. Every year, I get more, I see what I can handle, and I work with slightly more expensive animals every year, and there's a lot of pressure in that. I have like 2 or 3 specific animals that are worth hundreds of dollars, and literally one's $1,000. Just the risk of, the fear of taking that risk is really big, but you got to take that risk. You got to work on yourself and know yourself and understand yourself. So I don't know how long this video is at this point. It's probably not quite 10 minutes, probably like 8 minutes if I had to guess. But that's going to wrap it up because there's not really much else going on besides getting my permit and stuff. So if you'd like to see me at shows, if you'd like to see me purchase certain animals and bring them to the show to sell, something maybe exotic. I know tailless whip scorpions are always really hard to find. I could potentially buy some of those. I have a person who has them in regularly. I could potentially buy some of those and bring them. Stuff like that I could always do. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, jamesjeptiles@gmail.com. I have a business, so I might have a website in the nearish future. If you would like to see that, buy my animals, support my business. I guess I kind of need to buy a new laptop before I can fiddle with that. But, enjoy reptiles and have a great day.
These two boys.